So we just checked out the Sofago Nav tour, and you know, Sofago's not necessarily breaking any, or the fans aren't necessarily breaking any barricades and shutting down the shows, but at least we got somebody doing that. And exactly what I was talking about with, like, do your own tour, even if it's a little bit smaller, scale it down a bit. It doesn't matter if you sell out a show that has like 300 people and like people are doing videos where like everybody's packed and everybody's jumping around. It's just like social media. You don't need to have the biggest fan base in the world or the biggest audience. You just need a super engaged audience that will buy everything you do, because then the algorithm and word of mouth will spread it everywhere. So that's what like going to a small venue would be. If a fan has like the underground fan base, and it might be small at the time, if it has the best time, they're gonna tell their friends like you got to go to the next tour stop. Like, it was crazy, bro. I was vomiting everywhere while punching and shitting all over another dude who was there. Pause. But Yeat's tour, and I'm not trying to compare him to Carti here, but come on, guys. The King Vamp tour got like a couple of stops got canceled or postponed or whatever happened because fans were breaking down the gates. Now, I don't know if it's the same caliber, because I'm going to show y'all a video soon that somebody sent me. So shout out whoever sent it to me. But one of, let's look at it. Security specialist of Yeat, executive protection agent, tour manager, venue security. So Yeat's bodyguard / tour manager, he posted on his story at the Fillmore Charlotte. So this is Charlotte, North Carolina. He said, "Y'all wild. This is during the Yeat concert. Fans crashed the front of house barricade." What does that even mean? House barricades, and cut all the power to the show. SMH, this isn't on Yeat. Okay, so he's talking about the Yeat show getting canceled because the power got shut down, and so he couldn't continue performing. Although he did perform a couple songs. Here's the video, essentially. All right. So that looks like the barricade right there probably fell on like the DJs or the person who's the production. I don't get it. Like, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal to have to cancel the show, but maybe somebody stepped on a wire and it broke. You know how they're like usually taped, or there's like protective covers that are plastic. It's kind of like a speed bump or ramp over a wire so that nobody steps on it and breaks it. But it stopped the show. So again, it's similar to Carti with the fans going crazy, and we always talk about how Yeat and Carti have similar fan bases. It is similar people in general. Like, a lot of Yeat fans are Carti fans. We all know this. But at the same time, he is like the guy right now in this generation that has the closest type cult fan base to Carti. It's not the same, though. Again, these barricades come nowhere close to... Carti fans were literally destroying the fence to even get into the venue, whereas Yeat was already performing. They're a little bit more civilized. They eat with forks and knives. Carti fans, they be sucking, you know what, like with no utensils whatsoever, because they're real vamps, okay? Lone is close to having that cult. Lone does have a cult, but like, it's not fair when you're Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, when you're signed to Carti, because it's like, y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't build that yourself. And I'm not trying to disrespect them, because y'all know I like their music, but you gotta give the credit where it's due to Yeat, where he did it himself. Like, sure, okay, he was influenced by the Whole Lotta Red beats. Okay, we all get that, but like, still, it's not like he got a cosign from Carti or anything. So he built it all himself. Although he did get help from like Can and Slay World. But still, he surpassed all of them. Whereas I don't know if Destroy Lonely and Ken Carson will ever be able to surpass Carti, just because of his persona. Like, he's just too much of a public figure. I can see maybe they got some hit songs, especially Destroy Lonely. Although his music has become a lot more chill. So actually, No Stylist, that's more hype. So it has to be that type of song to beat a Magnolia. Although I don't know, that's going to be hard to beat because that was a Billboard song. But again, like we always talk about how when an artist is signed to another artist, a lot of times it's hard to beat the artist that you're underneath just because, you know, they're focusing on their own career. But from what I've heard, Carti's management, like, what's her name? Like Ellie or Ellie Marie or something like that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They got it all systemized with how they like promote Homicide Gang, or no, sorry, like Ken, and then they moved that to Destroy Lonely. Then while Destroy Lonely was blowing up, they moved to Homicide Gang, although they might have to take a quick pause because of what's going on with Homicide Gang. By the way, I don't know if y'all know who, I'm not even gonna say his name, but one of like the Homicide Gang members, it's not one of the main two, but they hit me up for a promo. I didn't even know who bro was, but he had that in his username. And I didn't, I just thought it was a fan page or somebody who named themselves after Homicide just because they're an artist. You know what I'm talking, like an artist biting their swag essentially. But then I looked into their page after this occurrence happened and they blocked me after they asked me for promo. I gave them the rates and they laughed at it. And I was like, okay, I didn't even get mad. I was like, because people have laughed at the rates before. And it's like, okay, y'all just don't understand the value that I bring, but okay. And then, yeah, he blocked me after that. After I told him, go find somewhere else then, if like, whatever. And then I haven't seen his song being posted anywhere. So, boy is just broke. Homicide Gang ain't doing anything, man. I was about to be like, yo, you know, go find somewhere else, but like, you know, check their IDs before, because you don't want to get wrapped up in that, just like your homeboys. But it wasn't poo poo. It wasn't poo poo. It was one of them though. I was like, damn, these people who are coming up, like they act all hard. He was probably trying to get me to post it for free. I'm like, I don't even know you, lil bro. A lot of people hit me up thinking like, yo, manage me or post this. I'm like, bro, what value does that bring to me? Like, I'm not trying to just say like I'm trying to just scoop up all the poker chips at the table, because I'm down to help, but goddamn, like you got to give me something to work with. You can't just expect me to post. I don't even know you. Rayisu, he's got a point. Carti fans will deride a tomato sign to opium. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Like, I think what Carti should do to really prove his influence is sign, like, he's got to sign a Smiley type artist, like what Drake did. Smiley still technically blew up, but I think it's because Drake was hopped on a feature. I don't know. Like, I cannot listen to Smiley's music. It gives me AIDS. But Carti, if he wants to truly prove his influence, sign a trash artist and blow him up and make his fan base mess with him. And then like 2 years later, be like, oh yeah, like I think his music is low key garbage, but or he doesn't even have to say it. But like, we know, bro. We know, bro. But still, it's somehow doing numbers. And name it like, name the song Hi Twitter. I bet you if he dropped a song called Hi Twitter, it'd still get millions of views on YouTube. Carti signed Ken and Lone. Yeah, but they're good. Y'all can hate all you want, but like they do have solidified sounds. Lone is definitely very talented. We've heard a bunch of hits from him. No Stylist, great album. Now Ken, Project X, fire album. Y'all know my opinions. We don't need to shit on X any further. But, you know, he's definitely been influential with this new performance hype rage sound. Ken Carson, he was there from the forefront, actually, with like Sofago. Him and Sofago were the original like two rappers in the underground that were blowing up, right? So yeah, I wouldn't call Ken trash at all or alone. Homicide Gang ain't trash either, although they do rap on just like a whole lot of red beats. But we'll see how their careers do now that the allegations came out, because they were not even apologizing whatsoever. They didn't even say like, yo, that wasn't true. Like, they just let it go. They just let it happen. They're like, yeah, we were doing that. We were doing that. It's like, okay, bro. Nasty.